No, Raymond, we are going to do what we call here a authentic piece of folk Newfoundland material.
But now, why is it authentic?
Raymond, because of the instruments used. We have a
Yes.
rolling pin, thank you, Mother. And I got a hubcap, what I've selected out of 45 hubcaps for tone and clarity. And I got a Class A spring steel copper-coated doorstop added on for effect.
Well, above all instruments, why did you choose a hubcap?
Raymond, I am a hubcap player because my father before me was a hubcap player, Raymond, and his father before him was a hubcap player, Raymond. And in order to play a hubcap back in the 1930s, you had to be willing to grab onto the old spoke wheel, tire and all. So give her, come on. Well, the first feller to it was a dancing Dewey Hewitt. If you wants to win a race, there's more than one way to do it. They said he was stunned, but he knew how to cheat. They never shot the gun, but he was off like a streak. They never shot the gun, but he was off like a streak. Legs up flying and the feet just a frying. Taps moving over each shoulder. Judges never stopped him, they were on his side. He slipped them a dozen beer, the boys took the bride. Slipped them a dozen beer, the boys took the bride. Well, right after Dewey jumped, Skinny Brucey Skippington, spitting and a swearing, cause a yaman got his sneakers on. He grabbed his boot, grabbed his sock, then he ripped his trousers off. When he started running, well, his shorts went up his crotch. Oh, when he started running, well, his shorts went up his crotch. Legs up flying and the feet just a flying. Taps smoking over his shoulders. Dewey's farting got hard on the eyes. That's why Brucey didn't want to get behind. That's why Brucey didn't want to get behind. Percy Jenkins, he's the fastest man alive. Well, you was drinking one, well, Percy could drink 5. Down to 2 for a beer, and he was off like a streak. But every half a mile he was stopping for a leak. Every half a mile he was stopping for a leak. Legs up flying and the feet just a frying, and the taps smoking over his shoulders. Percy usually won, and he might have done okay, except when he started running, he was going the wrong way. Except when he started running, he was going the wrong way. Well, Dewey tripped the Percy, tripped the Brucey, fell and done a flip, but took a smack, had a crack of bloody legs and pussy lips. Up they get, down they go for at least another hour. So the women kicked their arses and they got on with the show. The women kicked their arses and they got on with the show. Legs up flying and the feet just a flying, and the taps smoking over their shoulders. Back down the beach they couldn't get around the cape. The tide come in and they cancelled the race. Go race! Ha ha ha! Fly, roll, man! Get it! Woo, woo! Ha ha! Ha ha ha.